Adding components to the AM Superhet receiver, but first... Good Thursday morning to you, YouTube. It's 10:49 now. Here back with the AM Superhet receiver. I'm going to work on it this time. I did do a couple of things last night on the computer, and I'll share a picture of those with you. I added a BOM. You guys know what that means, bill of materials. It makes it a little easier to me, anyway, to gather up parts rather than to, you know, travel all over the schematic looking for this and that. They are now numerated as the R1, R2, C1, C2, etc. And so that is taken care of. And like I said, I have the list down there, and I can just go to the parts bin and pull out whatever I need and start working on this. That's the deal, Lucille. I won't be here tomorrow. My sister says we are moving my mother tomorrow, and I told her I would be there for that. So I have to go to Madison in the morning whenever she decides to do it, and then from there we travel to Vivi. So my day is rather complete tomorrow, and that's a good thing. It's always good to be busy. One other thing, I mentioned some time ago that I was going to take this out to the car and see if I could get the protective cover off the Blaupunkt and make a difference in seeing that display. And I'm pretty darn sure there is a protective cover on it. I've tried the edges with this. I couldn't get anywhere. I'm thinking maybe that faceplate's going to have to come off so I can get to the bare part of it and then pull it off from there. I think. I'm not really sure. But I made several gouges in it. Not deep gouges, just into the film. But anyway, I like to get that off. I was playing around with it last night when Kylie and I was here, and we went to get some ice cream. And so I noticed every time you press on it, it lights up. I don't mean lights up, but you can see behind the film that it's shining through. So I think there's more to it than I'm seeing, and I may try to get that faceplate off and see what I can do with that. At this point, if I mess the radio up, it doesn't really matter. It was a $12 radio. It's not a big deal. I can put it somewhere else in here. I can use the other one out there. I can put the original back in. I have too many options to worry about that $12 radio. So if it's not going to be useful to me, I don't see any use or any reason to leave it in there. I mean, So that's that. I have Ezra's camera tripod and cell phone adapter loaded into the car. I will be taking that tomorrow as well. Again, on the thing here, I'm going to start working on it, and we'll go from there. So let me get my parts together, and we'll come back on the other camera and see what's going on. Oh, one more update. I forgot to mention I got to looking online. The isolation transformer is being shipped UPS, and it will be here tomorrow according to their tracking. So I'll be getting that sooner than I thought. It was originally supposed to be here Monday. So I'll be happy if that arrives and we can get that, start working on that. And I hope everybody is clear. Jim, CODIS are there out there, and he mentioned this. I've mentioned this I don't know how many times on my channel, and I can't stress enough that my isolation, or my Variac, is an isolation transformer. it was purchased as such on purpose. I mean, you know, I wanted an isolation transformer and I wanted a Variac, and this one came up and it was a good price. I forget now what I paid for it, but for the cost of you know, for the type of Variac it is, it's a very good. It was a good buy. I really lucked out there. So, but it is definitely isolated from the line. And one of these days I'm going to do another video on that, because I keep getting people saying, you know, that every time I mention that, you know, it's isolated, the Variacs are not isolated. Well, yeah, they are, if they're designed that way. So, so like I say, if they're not, obviously, the majority, let me just put it this way, the majority of Variacs are not isolated. They're auto transformers, and they basically are connected directly to the line. So this is not. It has a primary and a secondary. It is isolated. So anywho, that's that. Like I said, the other items that I ordered, no idea about those. I think they were all China, and that was, you know, they'll be here when they be here. The power supply, like I said, I provided the number that I got. It has not changed. There's no more further mention of it other than a tracking number has been provided. Now, Postal Service says the label's created, but it has no further information, and so, you know, I think it doesn't cost anything to do that, and I really don't know for sure, but until it's actually shipped, I don't think there's any cost for it. So, you know, I haven't actually gotten any confirmation that it's been shipped yet, other than the fact that it says it's been shipped on the website as far as eBay is concerned. So, anywho, that's that. Like I say, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So, back to the other camera and let's get started. Alright, I am back once again. I do have all my parts laid out here in this little tray. There's my transistor. Well, I take that back. I don't have the diodes. I've got to find out where I should put those. Those 1N488 4148s, and I've got those, but I just got to figure out where I put them. There's the transistors for the 2N3904s, and they're magnetic, believe it or not. There's my resistors. There's my electrolytics over here. There's the ceramics that I have. Those are the 10 nanofarads. And I'm missing the 150 nanofarad, 0.15 microfarad. I don't have any of those. I've looked in both my stashes. I don't have any the yellow ones, or don't have any of the orange drops. Don't have any of the 0.15 or 150 nanofarad. I have 100 and I have a 220 as close as I can come. So gonna figure out if I can use one of those. Now I think a couple of those are just bypasses on the transistors, as you can see here. So I don't know how critical they are here in this position. Now the other one is for the mixer. I don't know exactly what that one does either. So there's 3 of them though that are required. So wait, as soon as Bob gets back with me, we'll find out if I have to absolutely have those, or I can substitute something else for them. We will soon find out. I will go ahead in the meantime and order those, and I will have them that way for the next time. So that's as far as I may get. What I may do is go ahead and just put some of this together. I have my soldering iron heating up. I mean, there's no sense in wasting that. And go ahead and put some things in. I probably won't need those for a while anyway, because I plan on starting over by the mixer and going that direction. So I'll use the layout that I have and see how I can come out with that and go from there. That's the plan. Anywho, Bill, you hear me? Let's see, I gotta move some stuff around here. Alright, got that done. Now let me go ahead and put a few things in, we'll come back. I'm back once more at 11:51 now. I have some items in that you can see soldered here. This goes up to the third IF can. This is the ground lug that's on top. Goes over to the middle where the can's at, and then goes down to the ground leg, which is here. Now that does not connect to that, I don't believe. No. I think there's going to be a space in there. I can't see it right off like where I'm at, but I think there's a space in there. I don't think it connects. That's the third, or that number 3. It just gets soldered. I can fix that if it is even close. But anyway, that goes down for the ground leg, and it goes over here. And there is a 10 nanofarad capacitor in here. I think it goes between here and here. And then there's a connection that goes from the transistor to here, the middle leg of that IF can. So let me turn it over and show you there. I have the also have the in addition to this, I have these two E-caps in, and this is soldered on. And well, you didn't even see what I was pointing at. The power is soldered on. The E-caps are soldered on. I still haven't found my diodes. I have to do that. I've got to run a wire from here over to the ground. It's got to connect over that way. Nothing special, just something that I can connect those ground wires up on that side there. Connects up here. So I can run that in there and get that connected. This is going down to the we'll be going down to the, I'm trying to see, looks like transistors. Yeah, collector of the oscillator transistor is where that goes. So we'll get that in eventually. I'm taking a little break now because like I say, I want to try to find out more about those 150 nanofarad capacitors and check up some other stuff, and I'll come back in a little bit.